We all have that one friend in the past who suddenly pops up in our minds. Maybe you saw their name on Facebook or someone mentioned them in a conversation. But before you add that add button on Facebook, let's dive into why rekindling that old flame may not be the best choice. Welcome back to Shema Saba. In this video, we're going to discuss why connecting with a toxic friend may be a dangerous mistake that you cannot afford to make. Right here, I'm going to outline the timestamps if you want to go directly into this video's categories. Rekindling an old friendship with someone who may have tried to tarnish your name, who tried to mess up with your finances, or who had destroyed relationships around you can be a very dangerous game to play. Let's break down into why this is a bad idea. Firstly, the betrayal of trust.
You know, once I'm off of you, it doesn't feel the same, and it's never any regrets because the time we shared was valuable and the moments that we shared it. But once the betrayal and the backstabbing comes into play, it becomes another kind of issue, and issues aren't what I was looking forward to. But here we are, because there are truly moments that sever strong ties, and on a scale of 1 to 10, this is a 10.5, because when loyalty defines much of your character and you cannot be trusted, it's a hard road to get back to where it all began.
If someone betrays your trust, it's impossible for anyone to repair it. If a person does something out of order and it offended you, that is a part of their character trait. So that is more likely not to change unless that person has done some deep dive soul searching type of work. So likely whatever they done to you is who they actually are.
People leave traces of who they are. You're just not picking up the signs. Nobody ever does anything once. If somebody has done a bad deed, or you see them mistreating somebody else, and then they'll come back and say, oh, it just came over me. This happened once. That's not who I am. You'll believe them. You should not ever believe them. You should realize that people have patterns. When they do something bad, they probably have done it before and will do it again.
For instance, imagine reconnecting with an old friend who spread malicious rumors about you. Initially, things seems to go smooth sailing. You are feeling like, oh, why did I cut this person out? They were so cool. You have a good time. You may be having a lot of fun, laughing with jokes, and going out to doing who God knows what. But slowly but surely, under the covers, they begin to start sowing seed, and they start to whispers of discourse with your current social circles, which can have an effect on your relationships and your peace of mind. Another example is trusting someone who previously manipulated your current acquaintances against you. They can reignite old conflicts, leading to unnecessary stress and a sense of deja vu. In essence, refriending such a person can open old wounds and create new ones, which disrupting the ability in which you work very hard on. The second reason is the incompatible growth. Over years, people begin to change, and so do their priorities. You may find that your old friend is now a stranger with different habits, priorities, and goals. Trying to force a connection with someone who no longer aligns with your beliefs and your current lifestyle can lead to frustration and disappointment. It's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole.
Okay, people, listen up. People upstairs handed us this one, and we gotta come through. We gotta find a way to make this fit into the hole for this, using nothing but that.
I understand that you may have missed some old moments with this old friend, but the cons outweigh the pros. So if you're going through a lot of emotional, financial stress with this old friend, I'm going to give you guys some solutions to overcome this. The very first one is to focus on your current relationships. So the people who actually know you for who you are today and has been in your life and know the things and the circumstances of which you have gone through. Invest more time and energy into these connections. Maybe call them on the phone more often or send more text messages, trying to have this type of establishment of whatever the energy in that you may miss this old person from the past. Whether it's virtual or in person or over the phone, Just make sure that you put more energy into to show appreciation and support to your current friends. By strengthening these bonds, you can create a network of support, appreciation, and mutual respect, which is far more rewarding than chasing the ghosts of friendships past. The second is be open to new people. You can meet people in interests and hobbies. I've always said this in relationships dynamics in my past videos. If you have a hobby or you have a newfound interest, go to places, those social circles, and you can easily make friendships there. Connect with people from those different interests and hobbies and groups that you meet new people at via social media, something that which I like to do, because I preferably don't like to just give my number directly to people that I have just met. So I normally connect with people on social media. I'll message them here and there, and they'll message me back, and then eventually we'll just have a meeting outside of whatever hobby, and then we'll just stay in contact that way. And so that's how a easy and a great way to have a friendship with a new person. So new friendships can bring in fresh and new perspective on your life. You can learn new things from this person, and they can bring a lot of joy and excitement into your life. I want to say embrace meeting new people, as they can be a positive. So from friendships in the past, I want to say to establish strong boundaries. This is teaching people what you're willing to tolerate and what you're not willing to tolerate. This is teaching people how to treat you. This is teaching people the line of which you stand and the line of which they stand. So clearly define what behavior is acceptable and what is not acceptable. If you had a friend that was very manipulative in the past, make them know that, and if they're trying to enter your life, make them know that that is a deal breaker, that you're willing and you're not willing to tolerate those types of disrespect. By establishing and enforcing your boundaries, you can create a much more safe space for yourself to filtering out the toxic people who may not make you be a victim anymore and cause further harm in your life. So last thing I want you guys to know is to learn from your past mistakes. Reflect on the reason why the friendship may have ended in the first place and the impact that it had on your life. Use these insights to make informed decisions going forward. Understanding red flags and toxicities will help you to avoid making further decisions that led to the end of the friendship in the first place. Learning from the past enables you to build stronger and healthier relationships and ensures that you don't repeat the same mistakes. Remember that you deserve to have positive and supportive people in your life. Do not try to rekindle friendships with people who try to tear you down and break you down in the past. Protect your peace, set boundaries, and focus on building stronger and healthier relationships going forward. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.